Oh yeah. Hi, good morning all. So this is our seventh day where we are trying to learn the fast API. I too being scared of the AGI term that is being revolved in the whole of the news, right? Yeah, a hype is being made by Elon Musk and also the what is his name? Saltman, whatever he is. But again, coming to the traditional programming, that getting to know that no job does exist without having our own mind, right? Yeah. Let them try inventing AGI and we will actually build our own stuff and try to get our things to the beginning. Fine. Yeah. And also, let us become better, right? Yeah. I wasn't able to sleep today. Just thought of streaming it, right? And thought of learning something new today. So yesterday, what were we exploring? So we did actually bring our uh, this get db function over here, and also this db dependency that we have brought over here. That's fine. So we have this, we brought it into that of auth file, and we did make a db add for the auth file, right? So yes, that is what we did, right? So no, yeah, that is what we did, right? Yeah. Then we had db.commit, all these things going on all around us, right? Yeah. That's great. That's great. Fine. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. How bullshit is this to just keep tracking somebody, foolish person. Yeah, I don't know. It's very fool. It's very foolish thought process that I do have in my mind. Oh no, how fool can I be? You know, why do I? There's no answer to that. We have to come back. We have to come back. We have to learn and grow better and put down our efforts. That is what people like us can do. Otherwise, there is no future that we see in our own self, right? Yeah. So saving the user to database is done. Now there is something called project authenticate a user. We are going to authenticate a user. Fine. Yeah. That is what our new learning will be. Okay. Yep. So there are two terms. One is the authentication, and on the other one is authorization. Authenticate is we are trying to check his identity, whether what he pretends to be, is he the real person? What he pretends to be, is he, right? Yeah. And authorization is about giving access to some particular thing. Is he authorized to do this? Is he authorized to meet the PM? Is he authorized to uh, say this, right? So to a particular thing, we bind them to a particular thing. We certain people have access to certain things, sort of, right? Yeah. That is what authorization is. Authentication is whether what I'm pretending I am, whether my identity is the correct identity or not. That is what authentication is, right? Yeah. Okay, so what are we speaking here about? Authentication, right? Yeah, checking the identity. That's cool. And also, you need to understand that it is 2025 and it's the eighth month. Okay, eighth month going on, and still I am here, sitting here, and still learning FastAPI, where I had access to this particular codes already in that of 2023, 2022. So whatever it is you who will be achieving it. It is you who will be achieving it. Otherwise, it is waste of time whatever you do. You get that? Otherwise, it is waste of time whatever you do. Getting that? Yeah. It's very important what we do. Fine. Yeah. Well, let's stop that foolishness, right? Yeah. Yep. Now this authentication part, which we are learning, that we have divided into different parts where we'll be using JWT token, how JWT token is used, right? These are all the concepts. These are the core concepts. Now, if you see about clerk authentication, there also this JWT token is given, how that is being returned, how that is being stored, and till what time the session remains, till what time user is. There are some two different types of, not two, but I came across uh, uh, a refresh token and just a normal token, right? Yeah, refresh tokens were like refreshed after 6 days. After 6 days, you will have to again again log in, and then you shall be able to access the app, and after again 7 days it would expire, and again you'll have to login. But if you say IRCTC website, what it does, it does not have a refresh token. Once you log out, you will have to log in, or otherwise, not just log out. Once you leave the page, you close down the tab and you try again going to the IRCTC website, and you would see what? You would see that they will make you what they will make you log in again, right? Yes or no? Yes, that is a normal token that make it that is used, right? Yeah. So let's try understand this, and all these things are very, very, very important while building a fast API. And also, after this, we shall be creating a beautiful project where I shall be implementing many more things, and much more coding is still to come. So stay tuned, right? Yeah. Yep. So we are having a router. You know why router came in? Yeah, because this is one of the route file. So here instead of creating for particular for individual routes for individual files, individual fast API server, we are actually making use of routers so that if I even call this main function, then all the routes file are put into a route folder, and all of these APIs which are provided in these files which are written under that of routes, those APIs also add on becomes an add-on on that of the fast API, right? Swagger, right? Yes or no? Yeah. Then we have the router dot post. Then we have token. Okay, token async def login for access token return token. Fine. Yes or no? Yeah. This is what it is. It is the Lord that doesn't allow you to sleep. It is not somebody else. He doesn't want you to sleep because you are very much behind the time. That's what he's trying to just cope you up with that. Okay, yeah. So I don't want a PowerShell. I want a command prompt. So let us open a command prompt. That's fine. Sorry for that. I do have some cold. So yeah, we are inside the virtual environment, and then we do to do's app. Okay, yeah. Cd to do app. That is what we do. Then we say uv con main is to app dash dash reload. Find some here. This is what we say. Yep. Yeah. Docs. Okay. Yeah. So this is our Swagger file which I'm adding over here, and also you get to know that there is a post request which we have just now created, and this is our post request, and the method that we have mentioned is login for access token, and you could see that method. See, login for access token, how it is mentioned in the Swagger. The initial letters are being uppercased, and also the underscore has been removed, right? Yeah, that is what has been done. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have over here? Yeah. So what I done was simple. If you hit that, what is it going to do? It's going to make a post request, and in response you'll get token, right? Yeah. Let's try out and you execute it, and you shall get 200 with response body as token, right? Yeah. I don't know how much that is good. That. They have told us to install one of the package. So what we are doing over here is one of the package we install, that is pip install python multipart. From there, what are we trying to achieve? That is OAuth is being accessed from there. Fine, yeah. Now these concepts are to be learnt in depth. That why OAuth, how does it work? And this was the question asked by one of the foolish guy in one of the foolish company where I was actually laid off, and that's a very sad story that I came across in my life. That was saddest story, I would say. And these 4 months were a lot of suffering, not physical. It was mental suffering. I have everything just that. It was painful, and happened. Did that. They are all responsible, and they will be seen in somewhere another part of this life. They shall be drowned to the hell. They shall be drowned. No worries. No worries. Focus. Focus is the only thing that you can do. And focus is the only thing that is most important in life. You get that? Yeah. Yep. Right? Yeah. We need to grow. Yep. Lord shall punish them if he does exist somewhere. You see that it is password request form. So that is going to take the user ID and password. So now we use this auth to password request form as an uh, dependency injection as we used this get db function in the same way. Fine? Yeah. Row auth to comma depends. Do you see anything in the depends when we make the get db? But here is the function itself, I think so. No, this is the required thing, and then depends come up. And also we are going to make use of our db actually, db being of type db dependency. So we are actually injecting two things over here. uvcon 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 main is to app dash dash reload. Okay, that is what I did. So let us actually this. Okay, refresh it, and then here what we do, we try it out, and we have, you could see that there is something grant type string, something called password, then we have username and password, then we have scope, and there are many things coming up, you know. It's successful. Now if you say over here you are making a post request में क्या होता है एक response body आती है. Okay, so here if you come and if you return, that is nothing but the form. If you see form data dot username, if you want to return that, now let's see what happens. Now if I actually refresh it, token icon, I say try it out. Okay, then I say execute, and what is it going to return? It is returning nothing but string. Okay, I want to name this username, so okay, then I try executing it. So Somesh is the username that is being written. Fine, ऐसा होना या. Can it also return password? Check no भाई. क्या क्या check कर सकता है कर ना. It can return password, scopes, client ID, client secret, and lot more things. I want password to be seen. Yeah, obviously we'll be able to see that. Here you see Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Yeah, Radhe. So this statement in here, it's a dependency injection, right? Before execution of this main function, these two things are going to be executed first. One is our auth request form dependency, and the uh, DB dependency. Both of them will be executed. When it shall be executed, see, you make a post request, you click on the post request, a session will be created. A session will be created, and when a session is created, a connection is made between the server and the DB, and this connection exists till it returns form data.password, and then the session is closed, right? Yeah. Now we are thinking of on the basis of this username. Okay, here we are going to put username. Basis of this username, we are going to find the name of that user. Okay. So we are going to create a new Python function. That Python function is going to tell authenticate user. Okay. Yeah. Dev. Just 1 minute. I'm just going to charge my laptop. Don't think a lot more negative about somebody. Just leave that. Who has done wrong with me? But two people. Two people. This guy. users dot filter. In that we have users dot username. Okay, yeah. So yeah, what things do we have over here is db.query users table. Okay, we are going to query in that. We are going to filter on the basis of what users major username है equals to what username is being passed in this, right? Yes, and the first field shall be taken up, first value. So over here, what is it? So what is it we have over here is authenticate underscore user, username being string, password being string, and then db also being passed. Yeah, yep. We are not mentioned here. That is okay. No worries. Then we take this db does a query on users table, then filters out on the basis of users dot username equals to one user that has been passed from the authenticate user dot first user shall be there if the username matches with the username that has been put inside that of users table and the username that has been mentioned in the login page, we could say that, right? Yeah. And if not user, we return false, and when we return false we fall out of this function, right? Yeah, that's all. If not user, we return. Okay, if not user, we return. If not by crypt context dot verify. So we are taking the bycrypt context dot verify. Bycrypt context, from where did bycrypt context come? So bycrypt context has is hashing our password that we put in, right? Where did we get that? This one. That is hash password being stored into our users table, right? Yeah. Now user is putting the password, so that password is being verified over here. This password and the one coming into that of the hashed password and the one coming in, both of them are hashed. Not both of them, I don't say both of them, but though both of them are encrypted, and both of them verification can happen only by the use of that of bycrypt underscore context dot verify. Bycrypt underscore context dot verify password, a comma, the user dot hashed password, and then we return false. If not, if this verification fails, we would say return false. If this verification passes, we shall return true, and this function shall return true. Now there are two things. If user only fails, why to go further? Okay, we'll see. Now, see, if all of these things like that is username, password, and DB, all these three things are being taken as input by the function called authenticate user, right? Somewhere I shall be calling that function to verify to pass on to these arguments, right? Pass on to these parameters, right? Yeah. So we shall pass them as arguments in here. Okay. See, user equals to authenticate user. In that goes first thing, that is the username, right? Yeah. And which username? The one that is put in here in the form data that has been submitted during login now, right? Yeah. Form data, right? Right. So yeah. Where do you want to go? One, we can do it, right? Yeah. So username came in, that I get. Then we have form data dot password that is coming in. That's fine. Then we have the DB that's coming in, right? Yeah, that is what, right? So what things are going in this function? If you see, the form data dot username goes as a username. That username is checked across the table users field, right? So and that first thing is return the first one if this user does exist. If not, user, go further. If not user, if user does exist, then what will happen? It will come to this. If bycrypt does exist, then it will return true, right? Turn true, right? Yes or no? Yeah, that's what it will do, right? Yep, obviously. And what is coming into user? It is true or false, and true or false determines the token is to be sent or not. Okay. Yeah. Coming in over here. So if not user, okay, we return what? We return failed authentication, and we return successful authentication, right? Yeah, that is what we do. Yep. Yep. Correct. Yeah. 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 Great. Right. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. It does, right? User shall be true only and only if both the ID and password match. So username and password matches, then it shall be true. Not true, authentication failed. If it is true, authentication is successful. Obviously, because we aren't putting this into DB still. Authentication failed. Fine, yeah, classic. So because why does it fail? If you make a post request, okay, the session that dependency, SQL dependency that did make up a connection with that of the database, सेशन क्रिएट हो गया है. सेशन क्रिएट होते ही क्या हो रहा है आगे? सेशन क्रिएट हो गया है. सेशन क्रिएट होते ही it also checks for the form data that I have put, right? Yes or yeah. So that form data is passed into that of authenticate user. Authenticate user receives the username, password, and DB session, right? Yeah. Actually, a person has a session only. If not user, if not user, right? If not user, we return false. Yep. If not user, we return false. If not by crypt context dot verify, then we have password, then we have user dot hashed password. That all. It is checking for the username. If it does exist, go further. If the bycrypt exists, go further and return true. So user, this authenticated user will return true. If it returns true, user will be true. But wait a minute. This thing to take place, right? This username dot, okay, understand it. 1 minute. db dot query dot query username dot filter user first dot users dot username equals to username dot first. Try understanding over here. It's the very important thing. You make a query, I get that. Your user is not present because this query is failing. Why is that query failing? Because users table does have username, but A is not some type of username, right? Yes or no? Yeah. A is not some type of username. If you go into this SQLite 3 and we have the DB name as todos app.db. If you run this and if you say schema, if you say that I don't want schema, okay, I want select star from I would say users, right? Select star from I would say users. Why? Why is it not showing me select star from users? Select star from uh, to dos. Okay, it had some problem. I don't know. Oh the fuck, I don't know. What's the problem here? Instead of doing that also, yeah, I need this server running. Okay, okay, that I can do it from here. No worries with that. Try it out instead of even trying this out. Okay, we didn't have this get request itself right here. Okay, okay, it has actually, it's not actually able to locate my whatever has been kept into DB. Sorry for that. All the things that were put initially has been deleted from todos app.db, that's why, right? Yeah, because this line gets only and only executed when I delete this, and that shall create a new file. That shall not put the previous data into the new file. That shall create a whole new .db file. We're getting that? Yes or no? Yeah. Yeah. There were just four more videos for JWT token, and then we shall go for that of authenticate request, where we are going to post to do's user ID paste, okay, classic, and then fast API admin router is going to be there. Then we have large production DB. This one, this one, this one. Okay, large production DB is not that efficient here. Alembic, that is greater than one. Then we have unit testing one. Then the final project. We shall leave back the unit testing if required only. We shall be doing that. So I am going to end this today. Yeah. So thank you for watching out.